The belt you wear could be the single most important survival tool you own. During World War II, soldiers, spies and resistance fighters operated in environments where carrying a full pack was impossible. Yet the stakes were nothing short of life and death. The gear they could keep on their person, strapped around their waist, became the ultimate safeguard. The survival belt was not a fashion statement. It was a mobile, always accessible lifeline, concealing tools, maps, money and other essentials in a form so unassuming that enemies never suspected it. Understanding the mindset behind these belts is key to realizing why modern preppers and survivalists still rely on the same principles today. Wartime operatives turned a simple belt into a portable survival system. Allied commandos and pilots frequently found themselves behind enemy lines with no support, no pack, and no time. Every item had to serve a purpose. British SOE agents, in particular, innovated by sewing compartments into belts, lining them with waterproof fabric to protect microfilm, maps and escape money. Razor blades and wire cutters could be hidden in the weave, allowing operatives to cut through doors, restraints or other obstacles. The German military had similar adaptations, often embedding compasses or steel wire within their belts for navigation or improvised tools. The belt was always on the body, always accessible, and always ready to function, even if everything else was lost. Modern survival belts evolved the same wartime principles for today's needs. These days, belts are typically made from military-grade 1000D nylon or reinforced polymer, combining durability with flexibility. They're designed not just to hold clothing, but to carry essential survival tools in a way that doesn't interfere with movement. Tactical belts and everyday carry options, well, they provide the ideal base. Once you have a rigid, dependable belt, you can integrate tools that meet real priorities: cutting, fire-starting, navigation and binding. Ultra-thin ferro rods can fit discreetly into buckle cavities. Small, fixed blades or razors can be taped or hidden along the inner lining. Tiny compass modules, mini LED lights and paracord wrappings can all be embedded. Each element really transforms a belt into a wearable survival kit. The key is in how the gear is organized and deployed. Placement matters. During the Second World War, pilots actually preferred to position knives at the small of the back for immediate access, especially when crawling or under stress. Maps, waterproofed and carefully folded, would fit behind the inner lining. And, buckles themselves can serve multiple purposes, acting as pry bars, fire strikers, or even signalling surfaces. Paracord wrapped around the belt can be unspooled for snaring repairs or securing equipment. Each piece is deliberately chosen, not for convenience or decoration, but for functionality and redundancy. The goal is readiness. The tools you might need most should be available in seconds without reaching for a pack. Testing and muscle memory are as important as design. Soldiers who depended on survival belts didn't leave effectiveness to chance. They trained with them, tightened straps, practiced cutting, fishing, fire starting, and moving while wearing them. Modern preppers should do the same. Every tool, every strap, every compartment should be practiced repeatedly under conditions that, simulate stress. Muscle memory ensures you deploy what you need instinctively. Without testing, even the best configuration could fail when it matters most. The survival belt is proof that, honestly, simplicity often outperforms complexity. Technology has changed, but fundamental survival principles have not. When communication networks fail, power grids collapse, or batteries die, the most reliable gear is what you carry on your body. WWII operatives understood that survival wasn't about comfort. It was about redundancy and immediate access to essential tools. The survival belt embodies that mindset. It keeps critical gear always within reach and distributes weight efficiently, allowing you to move freely while staying prepared. Building your own belt is, well, a modern continuation of a proven wartime practice. Start with the solid foundation, a strong, rigid belt that fits securely and supports weight. Then reinforce it with paracord or tactical webbing, integrate a multifunction buckle, and embed essential tools like a knife, ferro rod, or even a small compass. Add concealed compartments for navigation, signalling, or emergency funds. Then train with it. Wear it, test it, refine it. The belt isn't just a tool, it's a system. And, you know, the system only works if you know it inside and out. The lessons of the Second World War still guide modern survivalists. The operatives who designed and carried these belts didn't wait for rescue. They created portable, reliable and discreet systems that let them survive in hostile, chaotic environments. Their solutions weren't flashy. They were functional, efficient and utterly dependable. That same philosophy is what today's preppers, explorers and off-grid enthusiasts should emulate. A well-constructed survival belt is a wearable reminder that readiness is a mindset, and history is full of practical lessons for those who study it carefully. If you've learned something new about how these belts turned ordinary waste gear into life-saving equipment, subscribe to Warfront Survival. Share this video with someone who values practical history, battlefield ingenuity, and tools that actually work under pressure. Because the same lessons that kept operatives alive during the Second World War can still save you today.